Alright, welcome back to Farming Life in the World Anime Review, episode number 12. We are here reviewing episode 19 of the series, Hot Spring Expedition, which is pretty much just past the halfway point of the season. Yeah, there's roughly about 5 more to go. So, we have it where I think it's like Gran Maria and the aunt and daughter dragon, the dragon girls, which they find a hot spring at this dungeon. Which, of course, Haru goes along because he's always wanted to set up a dungeon. So, him, Lou, Tia, the regular man that were with him, like, even the progenitor just shows up here like, wow. By the way, third appearance he's made the entire series. Because he first appeared, I think it was in, like, the penultimate, the previous season of the show, and then he returned actually the martial arts episode, and then here he is here. And her like, oh, hi, progenitor. Yeah, he just randomly shows up. And then, of course, he goes along. He teleports him straight to the dungeon. Like, oh, these are nice-looking mountains. Of course, they made this little expedition scoop for him. And then all of a sudden meet these giants. And they're not giants at all. They are giant furballs. Well, they look like those hilarious cartoon characters. Like, I agree with her. They look like cartoon characters with these things. They look like characters in costumes. It looks like giants because they're slightly bigger than everybody else. And then all of a sudden we have this giant, like, first we have well, by the way, the three come back with a blood viper. And there's another blood viper that comes in the freaking dungeon. And then a freaking rat comes on the ground. And of course, the True Dragon Girls handle it no problem because they protect the man they love. By the way, Sheena is probably like the only girl who has attachment to Haru, and yet she's not in the episode. But yet the ogre maid is there. Yeah, she doesn't do anything. She just is there. As for why she came along, it's a complete mystery. She doesn't do a lot of stuff here. So, then, of course, basically, they split two teams. Lou is with a team, basically, they'll deal with, they deal with the dungeon itself, deal with the were-rats, the earth rats, and then Haru has to find the hot spring, which they find the problem. Eventually, like, oh, cool off, make a hot pit, and make a hot spring resort. Meanwhile, though, the two dragon girls proceed to burn the ground, causing, I think it was Lou's sister who just happened to come along. I'm like, who's watching Alfred? No, seriously, who was watching Alfred? Because his mom is not there, his dad's not there, his awesome aunt is not there either, so who's watching the baby? I'm guessing it's probably one of the maids, because Alfred does not physically appear. Well, he kind of appears as a joke later on. By the way, Jade Saxon's character, I know this is Jade Saxon, so I've asked him about this kind of on Instagram, and I've also asked this on Twitter about this. I haven't got an answer about this, if this is confirmed to be Jade Saxon, but I can tell by that voice, that's Jade Saxon. Yeah, by the way, she shows up later on here, so she shows up like, oh, and of course there's the kid look kind of like Haru. It kind of looks like Alfred, but not her, but not him, and potential. And of course, the reason why I go with Haru because Tia's got a thing for him, despite the fact a lot of women got a thing for him. Yes, he has the record of the most women involved with him, over 100 women. Yes. And from what I've read, even Lou's sister's got a thing for him too, though in the original show she's actually her cousin. Not sure why they changed the sister for. But still. Then of course, basically, Lou, I think her name is the niece of the other girl. She blows a hole in the ground. Like, oh my gosh, like this is crazy. Causes this big forest fire. So Lou, her sister, and Tia put the fire out. And of course, a hot spring moment here. But you're like, where's her aunt, Hikaru? Well, she, the progenitor, and the ogre girl, the ogre maid, proceed to find sort of a conspiracy with skeletons, and Hikaru is beating the crap out of this thing and really burn the thing alive by the end of the episode. Yeah, this episode was a lot of fun. Looking forward to the next episode to air next week. Okay, so that's pretty much it for particular video. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, to notifications. Next, I have a comment corner, and then it's on to ReZero. Okay, next video. Bye.